Ladies and gentlemen, I am once again an idiot. But that's okay, because that's why y'all love me, for being an idiot. I was trying to prepare for the stream, hit the OBS for start streaming, knowing that I was going to just be able to hit start stream on the YouTube side, and it never came up. That's because I went live on the Nerds channel, because they have the automatic where all you have to hit is the OBS and it goes live. Because I forgot to change my profile out because I almost helped them out yesterday. So, yeah, I'm an idiot. So anyway, let's get started.
Eiley gets real, talk slick, better keep it sealed. T's hot, mask off, let's go. Step in the chat, it's the final bell. Sally in black, got receipts from hell. Drama queen, nah, I'm the drama dealer. Truth so raw, make a snake turn healer. Mic in my hand with a hit list long. You faked your life, well I wrote your song. No chill, no filter, mask ripping deeper. Lights out, baby, it's the law code reaper. Fill that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Sally don't play, she calls the cloud. One by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. Loco Reaper, sign the deal. Who's next up? I smell that fear. You built a lie, I built a career. DMs leak like a faucet broke. Your truth is a joke and I ain't provoked. Clickbait queens, you all look shook. I don't need edits, I wrote the book. Fake apologies, you can keep that mess. I wear black cause I bury the BS. You wanted the smoke, now you got the fire. Don't start no drama unless you're ready for the choir. Fill that tea, call it out. Fake get caught when the reaper's out. Say my name, say it loud. Sally don't play, she calls the cloud. So one by one they fall asleep, but secrets don't die, I dig too deep. Cameras on, it's getting real. Loco Reaper, sign the deal. Reap what you post. Sally knows. You talk, I show. Loco Reaper, end of the show.
Boom, boom, boom. I can't believe. Oh wait, am I muted? No, I'm not muted. I cannot believe I forgot, because I was about to help. I was talking to Zay and Buff, and Zay didn't have her Wi-Fi working, so I was going to help her out. And I was like, okay, I have it under my cafe profile. So I clicked on the profile saying, yeah, I can do it. Just send me the assets and stuff. And then I forgot to switch it back to Reaper's profile. And preparing for the stream, I went live on the Nerds channel. Just sitting there waiting. Good thing I didn't say any slurs or anything, huh? Belial, Keem, Lord have mercy. Billy and I will be doing a member stream tonight. We're doing a member stream tonight. So. Dally, tell Sweet Tea to stop her BS against Albert. I don't know who you talking about Albert? Who is Albert? Who are you talking about, Kim? Oh, yes, it's Kim. So, yeah, Keem does fuck his name up a lot. He does sound like he's saying Albert. That's not a lie, actually. That is how he says it. Very true. Okay, so a couple announcements just to let you know. Anybody who is in this chat that you were banned off of Discord, he has unbanned a bunch of people. I don't know who he unbanned. So check to see if you're unbanned from the Discord. I don't know. I don't even know how you check that. So, morning, Mau Mau. I hate it because I have membership to live yet. I can't afford all these members. I get it, Robin. I get it. It's all good. That wasn't me, Spuds. Ha ha. Joke, joke. That wasn't me. One, I'm not that skinny. And two, I don't have a Karen haircut like that. As you can see, I have long hair. Okay, that bitch has short hair, so it wasn't me. And I wouldn't have took no baseball from no kid. I ain't that kind of a mean bitch. Damn it. Okay, let me, all right, so just a reminder, we have 11 out of the 150 saved souls for the rise and fall of Boogie. And Boogie said he might actually join me for that one. He told me when we get it done, Boogie will come and commentate over it with me, react to it with me. He also led me to a mega thread that basically has all his sins on YouTube on it. So let's see. Second of all, also remember you can name our cow, this little guy right here. This little guy right here. He's cute with his little Uggs and his pumpkin spice latte. All right. And the 5 names you could choose from is Axel, Riot, Damien, and Onyx and Ryder. I can tell you right now, Ryder is in the lead. So, and I have my favorite name on here, but I don't know if it's going to win. So... he was like, you could only name him Ryder. No, that's not the only name he can be named. So, all right. Oh, you're still banned, Slinky? Okay. Yeah, I don't know who he unbanned. He just said he unbanned a bunch of people. Oh, and apparently Scooter is now, hold on, let me make sure he put it in the announcements. I know he said he was going to announce it. Yeah, Scooter is now going to be the host of Lolcow Aussie with Steak. So, there you go. There's the LCU announcements of the day. Because apparently it's my job to give them to you, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah, so apparently he's doing 2 shows now. Yeah, I think he's doing 2 shows, Just Jessica. So. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are ready to get started with the rest of this doc on Wings. Wing said the gamer word. Wing said a lot of gamer words back in the day. Good God. Especially when he got mad. I'm like, damn. Like, oh, Wings. Scandalous. My God. All right, is this where we stop? Nope, this is not where we stopped. Okay, hold on.
Account about Dyer himself walking every day for.
All right, this is about where we stopped at. All right, so here we go.
Diehard followers still cared about. Whether because they truly believe in Jordy, or because the alternative is too grim to even consider, people still held out hope that he was just having a rough time and would eventually get better. Initially, the project showed promise, and unlike his gaming content, which he had already made clear he hated doing, he seemed to genuinely enjoy making these videos and being more active outdoors. After about 2 months, he experienced a minor setback in his diet and put on 6 pounds. Fortunately, Drew, the personal trainer, re-entered the picture, offering his services pro bono out of genuine fondness.
Wait, I thought the guy had a sex scandal. Wait, the trainer came back? I thought he had a sex scandal. Fun fact, Wings is a year younger than my husband. It's really weird.
For Jordy. Once again, despite his infinite supply of character flaws and shortcomings, Wings manages to be in the good graces of other people who just want to see him do well. The impromptu partnership between them turned out to be remarkably successful, with Drew's inspiration and support motivating Wings to keep pushing forward. On the topic of people being inexplicably generous to Wings, even after being kicked out of PKA as a host, he would still occasionally appear as a guest, such as in PKA 210 when he appeared together with Drew. By 2015, Wings still struggled with his more pessimistic thoughts about his online presence. When someone on the PKA subreddit suggested he make a podcast of his own since he could no longer be on PKA,
That's his problem. That's Wings' problem right there, is pessimism. He's a pessimist. I mean, I am too, to an extent. Like, when I see a situation come up, the first thing I do is think of every bad thing that can happen, and then I try to sort out how you can fix. If this happens, how do I fix that? If this happens, how do I fix that? I think the worst. That way, listen, the way I look at it, if I already think of the worst happening, then I won't be let down when it does happen. You know? So...
He replied, "The problem is that there's no money in podcasting. I hated being on PKA toward the end of it. It was boring, was getting way too professional, and their whole idea that we had to drag the show to 4 hours every week was stupid. We would obviously run out of steam 2 hours into the podcast, and instead of ending it, we would start looking up YouTube videos or attempt prank calls. Podcasting isn't fun in the slightest bit, and the only way I go back into podcasting is money. I am at the point in my life right now where I don't know what to do with my life. I can't kick my eating addiction. I'm really unfit to do any job that requires standing, and I make around 75 cents per 1,000 views on YouTube. The hardest thing to understand is how seemingly self-conscious he is about his ineptitude at holding a regular job, yet how simultaneously unwilling he is to go through the rigmarole of making his online gigs profitable. Sure, podcasting for hours on end is definitely tiresome, but it's better than a lot of alternatives he had, and it's not like he has that many alternatives to begin with. Regardless, the content on his YouTube channel had undergone a somewhat radical transformation, focusing primarily on his workout and lifestyle content. However, the frequency of uploads decreased as he transitioned much of his online activity to Twitch, where he engaged in live streaming. And
fucking Twitch. Well, YouTube then wasn't really looked at as a big platform for streaming. It's only been the last couple of years that's been looked at as, oh shit, I can make some real money on YouTube streaming, where before it wasn't like that. Huge Ass says, prepare for the worst and rather be pleasantly surprised than bitterly disappointed. Absolutely. 100%. Twitch now you can buy. Twitch, I did the story on Reapers, and I think I did it when Dad was here. Twitch lost like 26% of their viewership when they got rid of the bots. It's bad. When they got rid of the bots over on Twitch, they lost a lot of viewership. A lot of AdSense is not going out because those bots are gone. So...
Reddit post, Wings gave further details into how dark of a mindset he was in during this time immediately after being kicked off PKA. The fact I bitch and cry is because I have no outside medium to talk to. Remember Walking 365? I have people like Keemstar and my own fans who start to berate me and make me feel like what I'm doing isn't good enough.
That evil man Keemstar, who he would eventually go and work for the locale universe, not once but twice. It's just so funny to me. So many people start out hating Keemstar. And somehow they eventually become his friends. It's hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. Seth looks like I support robo rights. No, that's right.
Rarely complain nowadays. You see a post here and there, but it is generally created by the people who ask the questions. I don't stream when I feel bad anymore. And what happens when I do stream? When are you going to get on PKA? Wings, how much weight have you lost? When are you going to start creating entertaining videos? I'm at a point in my life where ending it all is an attractive option, and I feel fat and worthless. And when I do vent, I get kicked in the face. I'm sorry I didn't have good parents and the amazing genes you have. You know what stinks? Watching someone else make the money you should be making because they came after you at the right time.
There you go. That's the problem right there. We're going to reverse that back.
Watching someone else make the money you should be making because they came after you at the right time.
We all know how he is about his money. There you go. There's the biggest problem. I don't think it's jealous and envy. I think it's, well, I mean, it could be, I guess, but I don't think it's more jealousy than it is. Well, maybe it's jealousy. The phrase that comes up in my mind is, why not me? Why not me? Like, they took advantage of me. Almost like, what's the word? Not self-deprecating, but victim complex. Like a victim complex. Like it should have been me type of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if that falls into the realm of jealous or envy. I feel like that falls into the realm of like a victim complex. Like it shouldn't be me. It should be me. It shouldn't be them. The only reason why they got it was because of me. Because they attacked me at the right time. You know? That's what I think.
What is even worse, watching your brainchild, which in fairness was the work of 3 people working together, have its fan base turned against you. Despite the endless conveyor belt of excuses and self-pity, Jordy still had a group of loyal followers. However, there was also another group rearing its head within his audience that followed him for entirely different reasons. Like many personalities before and long after him, Jordy had attracted a group of people exclusively interested in watching him so that they could witness his self-destruction and ultimate downfall. While some were your regular run-of-the-mill trolls with a love-hate parasocial relationship with Wings, a minority actually hated him and did their best to make him mad whenever and however they could. For instance, some trolls would make donations during his Twitch streams, hoping to provoke a rage moment that they could clip and upload to YouTube for their own amusement. Anything was fair game. For example, a passing comments about him not liking Pepsi became a running joke, as the trolls flooded him with messages that proclaimed him a Pepsi aficionado. At least that one made—
He's the Pepsi pimp. What do you mean? He's the Pepsi pimp. What? He's the Pepsi pimp.
Makes sense insofar as irritating Jordy. Another of his community's staple jokes was to accuse Wings of being a vacuum parts salesman, which I can't really make heads or tails of. It also became common to imitate Wings'
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Wings walking up to your door? Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to buy this vacuum cleaner? Can you imagine him selling you a vacuum cleaner? You know what I mean? I don't know how I'd feel about that. I close the door automatically on them people anyway. Honestly. Anybody comes knocking on my door trying to sell me something, I'm like, psh, done. Oh.
salesman, which I can't really make heads or tails of. It also became common to imitate Wings' distorted and outdated ebonics with phrases like big ups, pimp, though one of the most—
Okay, wait a minute, you fucking Zoomer. Okay, hold on, Zoomer. All right, let's not talk about the phrases that he used, okay? Stop. Okay, we're not canceling Wings for how he talks in that way. All right? That's called old school. He's talking old school. Shit. The fuck?
effective tactics the trolls found to annoy him was to refer to him by names that weren't his. Through personal information-seeking websites online, people found that the name Richard Jordan was associated with Jordy's address, and because of that, they began referring to him as Richard. Likewise, people started calling him Samuel over an instance where Jordy's grandma misspoke during a video and called Jordy Sam on accident. Though these are seemingly insignificant ways to poke fun at him, they were mysteriously good at grinding Jordy's gears, maybe just because he knew who they were coming from. Despite how regularly he streamed and the steady stream of donations he was getting, it wasn't enough to pay the bills, let alone turn a profit, and as time passed, he continued to burn through his savings. Eventually, it got to him mentally. He stopped working out with Drew, and his bad eating habits resurfaced as powerful as ever, leading Jordy to begin 2016 at his heaviest weight.
Okay, not gonna lie, those KFC bowls are really good. I'm sorry. I hate to say this, and I hate to break it just for this, but I saw it. That KFC bowl is actually pretty good, and that's probably what I'm going to be getting for dinner tonight. Because now I want one.
Ever. Back up to beyond the 450 pounds he'd come down from during boot camp a couple of years prior. In his prime, he used to make over $100,000 annually before taxes, but by 2017 his Twitch income had diminished to $5,000 a month, an amount he was comfortable with, but eventually it plummeted to half of that, being $2,500 a month on average at best, a far cry from the money he considered necessary for his lifestyle. While
God damn! Oof. Ooh, that's rough. No, that was annual. That wasn't a month. Wait, that wasn't a month. That was annual. Wait a minute. That was annual. That was not a month.
Camp a couple of years prior. In his prime, he used to make over $100,000 annually.
That's annually. That's not monthly. Yeah, I was about to say.
Before taxes, but by 2017 his Twitch income had diminished to $5,000 a month,
That's
an amount
lot,
he was
though.
Comfortable with, but eventually it plummeted to half of that, being
So you go from 100,000 annually to 30,000. That's a big. That's oof. Ooh. That's why you gotta save. Because you never know, especially like on YouTube. Because I can speak for YouTube, but it really any social media. You never know month to month what you're going to make. It's not a steady income. You may make, I don't know, I'll just throw numbers out there. You may make $5,000 one month, and the next month you may only make $500. You never know. And then you have to put in there, you know, what if dramas pop up that's against you that'll cause you to lose money? What if this happens? What if that you never freaking know. What if an adpocalypse happens and it screws you over and your income's cut in half? I mean, you never know what happens. Never know. It's not a steady job. It's not steady. You don't know exactly how much you're going to make every month. You know?
$2,500 a month on average at best, a far cry from the money he considered necessary for his lifestyle. While many people have to work real jobs to get to that same amount, it fell short of what Wings wanted for himself and made it difficult for him to pay for his sought-after weight loss surgery, which, if done in Mexico as he was planning, could cost him up to $8,000.
Right, steak? I love them KFC bowls. I really feel like that's what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I feel like I'm going to KFC when my husband gets home. Because he's eating his keto meals, right? I think I'm going to get me a Kentucky Fried Chicken bowl. Because that shit look good. By the way, Steak, congratulations on your new co-host. Congratulations, sir. Am I in the Discord, by the way? I am. Okay, hold on. Somebody's messaging me. Okay.
Determined to raise the funds, he intensified his streaming efforts, but due to his mental state deteriorating proportional to his financial stability, the instances of Jordy losing his temper and breaking down during games became increasingly frequent. Though he
Hell yeah, Steak. KFC bowl for my KFC soul. I know that's right. Steak is not a snitch. Fuck off with that shit. You believe that? You believe anything.
streaming efforts, but due to his mental state deteriorating proportional to his financial stability, the instances of Jordy losing his temper and breaking down during games became increasingly frequent. Though he managed to persevere through the constant attacks from his detractors, it was at the cost of becoming a constant clip farm that would inevitably get re-uploaded by people who wanted to mock him. With this new surge of cringe and rage moments from Wings, the infamous Sean Ranklin account emerged, which eventually surpassed Wings' own account in popularity, a fact which certainly frustrated and annoyed Jordy to no end. Evidence of this is that the mere mention of Sean Ranklin's name, or any variation of it in Jordy's chat, instantly earns you a ban. Nowadays, if anything of Jordy's is archived, there's a good chance the only reason it was archived was because Sean Ranklin clipped it. During this period, Wings unintentionally fostered a community of trolls who stalked him through any multiplayer games he joined, and either team killed him, or found some other way to creatively abuse him into buckling under their pressure and giving them clippable moments.
Holy shit, that's a lot. God damn. I didn't know it was that many accounts. Holy shit. Damn. Steak said, just dropped my kid off at preschool. This is how I found out. Well, he put it in announcements. So he kind of told everybody at once, but not you. Congratulations, Steak. You know what, though? Not going to lie. I woke up and saw a part of it, and I was like, oh, my God, why is Steak and Scooter really good together? Honestly, like, you two were good together. Seriously.
This endeavor generated iconic clips like this one, where he's despairing about the money he needed for the surgery.
I really need to make this fucking money. I really wanted to get this fucking surgery, man. I wanted it so fucking bad.
No.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
No. Don't do shit like that. Don't do shit like that. I mean, granted, I've had my moments too, but oh my God, it's bad enough if you cry on the internet, but don't cry and say something about money at the same time. Oh no. Shit.
All I wanted to do was, like, I was fucking lonely. I wanted to just stream and have a good time. Maybe have a good game. I hate my life.
Or this one, in which people keep trolling him by sending him incessant friend requests and then suggesting ways to prevent the notification from popping up that would never work.
Look here! Look, listen! Appearing offline does not fucking stop it. So stop giving fucking advice you know nothing about.
Eventually, another
So that's where that one came from. Okay. Damn.
troll account surged in popularity in the wake of this era. Liquid Richard, who was solely responsible for the most successful musical renditions of Jordy's highlights, or lowlights.
If you continue to say Richard, whether you're a sub or not,
I'm just going to get ready of you for 24 hours.
I'm banning anybody trying to give me advice. Alright.
But the clips weren't the only thing being compiled. Jordy's wise words were recorded by the scribes of his short-lived subreddit, containing gems such as, "Who needs Pepsi when you can have Pepsi? I'm being
What?
accused of being fat. I'm gonna have a surgery, and I'm gonna have the hair from my nuts put on my face. My nut hair grows like wildfire."
Jordy, what the fuck? Nusu's like LMAO bars. Nusu's like bars. Bars. I mean, hey, facts is facts, right?
I probably do give the best handjobs in South Carolina, so I'm gonna hold that title for a very long time.
God damn it. God damn it. No. No. What? Why? Why would you do that? He's always been that page 5 energy. Lord have mercy. Oh my God.
I can make a girl nut just by kissing her.
Ew.
When she says no 3 times, that means yes.
I so desperately want to ask Wings about this one. Just to see what he would say now in 2025. Just to see what he would say now in 2025. Excuse me, I had a cough there for a second. Oh my God.
Obviously, all of this probably upset an already quite irritable Jordy, but especially in retrospect, it seems a lot of it wasn't good fun. People made fun of Jordy for things like smelling his fingers, having a history of occasionally dropping the gamer word, or his addiction to Wendy's chili and the notorious banquet meals. There were, however, more egregious offenses of Jordy's that the trolls
Wait! That's where Breaking Banquet got his name from. Wait, is that where Breaking Banquet got his name from? Because Jordy liked banquet meals? I did not know that. Banquet meals are like frozen meals you can buy at the grocery store. That you like microwave meals. I did not know that. I had no idea. See, I'm telling you, I'm learning a lot from this reacting to this damn video. Banquet meals were also in an in-joke with the trolls for a while. Okay. Yeah, they're TV dinners. Thank you, Brad. You said it so much better than me. Yeah, they're TV dinners. Yeah. I didn't know that's where he got his name from. Okay, Wendy's chili is good. Just saying. Oh, butt slapping ASMR says, yeah, he used to love those TV dinners. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad y'all are able to tell me this shit because I didn't know that. Huh. Okay.
notorious banquet meals. There were, however, more egregious offenses of Jordy's that the trolls rightfully gave him crap about, such as him nonchalantly telling someone he wished his family died in a car crash, or him saying he wouldn't consider pornography with teenagers CP, which even...
Oh, I think that's the one where he said that it was a joke, and he was being off color with the joke. I think.
After he attempted to explain it away as a shock jock statement, still looks like an awful blemish on his character.
Yeah, you don't want it, because that'll come back and haunt you. Yeah, those kind of jokes, bad. Bad, bad. They will come back to haunt you every single fucking time.
However, some trolls crossed the line when they began swatting him, an action seen as an exceptionally low blow within the general online community. While the clip fest on YouTube shattered Jordy's hopes of ever returning to YouTube in full form, the rage moments started to slow down as he got on Lexapro, and the emotional breakdowns when a game didn't go his way transformed into him just sighing in frustration, which instead frustrated the people who wanted to see him lose in a spectacular fashion. By early 2018, a debate with Keemstar takes place as their beef briefly reignited after Jordy, during a stream, said Keem was an evil person, and if someone ever deserved to die, it would be him.
Jesus Christ! And now you work for the man! Oh, I would love to ask him about that, too. I feel like I'm getting... Well, I would never ask him anyway, but still. I feel like that's one to ask him, too. How do you feel about Keemstar today, compared to how you used to feel about him? Do you still want to show up at his house? Well, no, we know the answer to that one because he did go to his house. Do you still feel like if anybody deserves to die, it would be him? Do you still feel that way? I'm just asking.
Perhaps the most important aspect of this whole ordeal is when Keemstar makes an offer of $25,000 if Wings were to get in a boxing ring with him. Not only was it guaranteed money up front no matter how the fight turned out, but who knows what additional revenue he stood to make off of it if the fight was well marketed. And regardless of that, it would certifiably get him the surgery he kept going on and on about. Besides, he's always held a grudge against Keemstar, and this would finally give him an opportunity to physically hurt him IRL. To be completely frank, he was obviously going to lose, considering how much lighter and faster Keemstar inevitably would be in a boxing match, but even then it would be a...
Yeah, because he's fast as fuck, boy. He's getting old. He ain't as fast as he used to be.
cathartic experience. At this point in time, Keemstar was relatively hated, so even people who disliked Wings would easily root for him just to see Keem get decked in the face. But to the dismay of everyone, haters and fans alike, Jordy turned it down, throwing away yet another golden opportunity to improve on his public image by doing something besides sitting inside his room and playing Call of Duty all day. The audience's ire was also inflamed by his contagious excuses for delaying his surgery. Even after miraculously raising the money through donations, he delayed it by changing his tune and saying he wanted to get the surgery done not in Mexico, but in America, where it would be 3 times more expensive. Notwithstanding, it was further
Okay, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't blame Wings going to Mexico to get the surgery, because it is absolutely ridiculous how much shit costs here. Do you know, you can, I want to say it was Spain, but you can go, travel to Spain, get a hip replacement surgery, live there while you're recovering, then come back to the United States. So all the travel and living and stuff like that and paying for the surgery, and it's still cheaper than what it is in the United States. So many people go out of the country for surgeries because of because it's cheaper. Swear to God, there is actually, fun fact, okay, I'm throwing fun facts with you. There is actually a town. There's actually a town in Mexico that has like a lot of dentists in it. And the whole point of it being, and it's like right near the border. In Mexico, you have to do like a year or 2 or whatever, almost like an apprenticeship before you become a dentist. And that's where a lot of people go to that town to get their dentistry done in Mexico because of how much cheaper it is. A lot cheaper. Or like people who used to go to Canada to get their insulin. It was a lot cheaper. If you live near the border, it's a lot cheaper to go to Canada to get your insulin. The insulin there would be like $50 where you're paying like hundreds here. It's crazy. Yeah, David, I don't know what city I don't know what town or city. I don't know if it's a town or a city. I don't know what town or city it was, but I know it's like near the border. Yeah. That's also why people go to Korea for plastic surgery. Yep, because it's a lot cheaper. And even if you include the travel expenses, it still ends up being cheaper. Yep. You know what, RG? A lot of the times, yes, they are the same level of doctors that we have here. A lot of the times. I mean, yeah, people do get fucked up, but they get fucked up here too. You know? You pay more in taxes for healthcare than the UK, but the UK gets it for free while the US can have to stop paying. Don't get me started on the healthcare here in the United States. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, because I will go off.
postponed when he failed to lose the 50 pounds he had to in order for the surgery to be viable. But by April 28, 2018, he finally gets it, and shortly after, loses a whopping 70 pounds, eventually claiming he lost over 150, which is—
Oh shit, look how good he looked! Oh my god, Jordy, what? Look how good he looked! Look at his shoulders! Like, look right here. Look right here on him.
This is a whopping 70 pounds, eventually claiming he lost over 150, which is somewhat questionable at face value. Due to the fact that he never got on a scale on video to show his weight, many speculated he lost less weight than he claimed to, with some going as far as saying he didn't have the surgery.
Yeah, but you know what, though? You can tell right here. It's like with Boogie, all right? If you look at Boogie back then and you look at Boogie now, you can really see it in his face and his neck and his shoulders, how much he's lost. Because before, when Locale first started, Boogie looked like this. You didn't see a neck, and his face was literally a bowling ball. Now, his face is getting more elongated. You can see his neck and his shoulders are skinnier. You know? You can really tell right here when somebody's lost a lot of weight. Morning, K-Huck.
at all, so he could keep all the money to himself. However, judging from how he looked, it was clear he had lost some weight, but the amount was hotly discussed. After one of the most intensely negative periods in his entire life, the fact that he successfully got the surgery he always wanted was a breath of fresh air. He did engage in a bit of misdirection since he did end up getting the surgery in Mexico, and kept the leftover money for himself, but despite this, many people were happy for him anyway. Coincidentally, it was around this time that Wings' troll communities began to either cannibalize themselves or become inactive as they plain lost interest in following Wings. This loss of cohesion in the troll boot camp might have something to do with something Jordy has claimed multiple times, that he's basically extorted the biggest troll channels into paying him a percentage of what they make under threat of copyright striking them into oblivion.
I can't tell you how deeply I disagree with that. I so disagree with that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, unfortunately, everything we say and do on the internet is public. And everything we say and do can be criticized. Whether it's good criticism or bad criticism, whether it's good faith criticism or bad faith criticism, it's still free for people to do it. I'm not going to copyright somebody just because they take something I said out of context. I'm not going to copyright somebody just because they troll me. You know what I mean? That right there goes against everything in my commentary blood. You know? I can't get down with that. I cannot get down with that. I'm sorry. You're open for any and all criticism, even if it's badass trolling, even if it's bad faith. You're unfortunately you're open for it. What you do is you fight it with truth. You know. Banana Slice, I've already had that happen, and no, I did not copyright strike them. I've already had that happen, Banana Slice. I swear to God. You know? Xylee isn't against rules to make false claims. Yeah, it is. But you fight it back in a different way. There's ways to fight back on it. You know? Nah, The only time I could see flagging somebody is if there's some kind of abuse going on, some kind of doxing going on, something that could actually lead to someone or an animal being hurt. I can see that then. You know what I mean? I can definitely see that then. Whether something that can lead to a person or an animal getting hurt, I can see that. You know? I've had people put false claims on me. Didn't flag it. You know?
He said that he makes $1,500 a month off trolls, but of course, like many things Wings says, there's almost no way to confirm if this is true, and given his track record, there's a decent chance he's lying, considering he was also door dashing at this point to make ends meet. While it is sort of a bad omen that just a month after the surgery, he was already getting in calls with his trolls on Discord, especially when giving them attention of any kind makes them more active. Thankfully, this didn't change the overall trend that he was no longer giving them what they wanted on a silver platter. Besides accidentally leaking some of his personal information while browsing a car website, Jordy spent a while at a safe distance from any serious trouble. According to his Reddit history, he began taking walks again, though this time without vlogging it, and hadn't gained any weight whatsoever since the surgery while losing 2 pounds a week. But as 2020 unfolded, things took another dark turn when his grandmother, lovingly dubbed Gangsta Grandma, got diagnosed with 3 different kinds of cancer. This news dampened the—
Oh, that's rough. That's rough. 3 different types of cancer? Oh my God. That's rough. Yeah, Keem suspended Rewind. He didn't suspend balls. He didn't suspend Reapers. He suspended Rewind because the action took place on Rewind. So there we go. He said it yesterday on live. Yeah, his grandma was his best friend. Yeah, I understand that. My grandfather was mine, so I get it.
The otherwise good direction things were going, so much so that Jordy claimed he was planning to marry someone he'd been on and off with for the previous 6 years, which later would be revealed to be Kelly, with whom he's still together to this day. The reason they hadn't properly started a relationship yet was because she was religious and Jordy wasn't, which would create a problem in case they had children. But as the prospect of having kids became increasingly unlikely due to the health problems both parties had, that particular issue basically faded away. Yet, some worrisome aspects around this immediately arise, as during one of his streams, an escort website showed up in the suggested terms. After a post on PKA's subreddit brought attention to it, Jordy replied by saying, "You guys were sending hookers to my house. They told me where they came from, and I looked at the website to see how many girls were on it to get an idea of how many more I'd have to deal with." As much as I doubt that Jordy was hiring prostitutes this deep into his money issues, this is not a very good explanation. Regardless, some of Jordy's haters became obsessed with ruining his life to the point that one of them discovered who his wife-to-be was through Facebook and telling them every bad thing about Jordy they could conjure, from sending the
Once again, if you're a content creator and you have Facebook, lock that shit up. Take your picture off the profile picture. Lock it up. Do not accept new friendships or anything. If you have any personal social media, lock that shit up and accept no new friends on it. Lock it up. Facebook is the devil when it comes to doxing. It is the devil. Kelly has lost a lot of weight. Morning, Glam.
YouTube clips of Jordy saying crazy shit and raging to telling them he was only marrying her for money. These actions culminated in the marriage being temporarily called off, which obviously upset Wings and sparked wide speculation that the marriage falling apart would cause him to relapse and start stress eating and beat the surgery. Thankfully, Jordy and his fiancée eventually reconciled and the wedding plans were back on track. However, once again, this brief moment of joy is almost instantly followed and overshadowed by a meme that began circulating online depicting the couple as if they were serial bank robbers.
Police say a man and a woman have been busy robbing businesses on the Northwest Side.
Those officers were actually on their way to yet another robbery call out on Culebra Road near Loop 1604.
Although the meme is obviously fake upon some cursory investigation, it still caused Wings real-life trouble. These
Fuck, bro. Really? Okay. Okay. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. It did look identical to Wings. Holy shit.
sheer attention this very effective meme was attracting led people to begin, once again, unearthing and sharing the old PKA and gaming clips of Jordy, saying extremely offensive and insensitive things, and making disturbing comments about minors and the age of consent.
I did say the age of consent should be 12. The age of consent should be 12.
Why don't you make yourself at home here?
This time around, the trolls figured out that they could one-up themselves. Instead of just besmirching his name to the people of the same community as him, or bluntly harassing him directly, they hatched the evil plan to start using his name and image to do terrible things to random people in real life, such as sending racist messages to BLM chapters near the area where Jordy actually lived. However, it would take a while for this plan to yield results, as in the same time period, the beloved gangster
Jesus Christ. Were they trying to get this man killed? What the hell?
grandma finally passes away due to complications with her cancer, which granted Jordy a grace period, as even the trolls recognized this was going to be hard on him, considering she had pretty much raised him. Later on in the same year, he was suspended from Twitch.tv, and many speculated that he had started to put back on weight. Wings also began taking Effexor along with Lexapro, which might be contributing to the hypothetical weight gain. As 2021 begins, his situation doesn't improve much. He has one particularly awful bout of streaming in which he neglects his crying wife and fails to attend his grandmother's remembrance event in favor of playing Dark Souls. More evidence of his relationship struggles start to surface. Specifically, his wife's flirtatious DMs with one of Jordy's Discord mods leak, and they're confirmed as real by Wings himself, who reacted to them. After this, a period of
Wait, what? Wait, what?
to attend his grandmother's remembrance event in favor of playing Dark Souls. More evidence of his relationship struggles start to surface. Specifically, his wife's flirtatious DMs with one of Jordy's Discord mods leak, and they're confirmed as real by
Wings completely mocking him, okay.
Wings himself, who reacted to them. After this, a period of relative calm ensues, only to be once again.
Well, shit. So Wings leaked DM. I don't know. I don't know.
Again shattered as people intensify their attacks. Wings starts having the police show up to his house multiple times on accusations that he'd been abusing his dog Bongo, or over people impersonating him on TikTok, pretending that he was a pedophile or kidnapper. Amidst this chaos, pictures of his genitalia sent years prior leak, leading to more trouble with his wife's family, and Jordy expressing his insecurity about it while streaming with his wife. It's worth noting how infinitely tolerant Kelly is of not just everything Jordy does, but also the insanely vile things that his chat says about them. I don't know if this is wholesome or if she's out to lunch to the point where she's inoculated to the abuse. In any event, despite the rocky moments, their relationship seems pretty stable, which goes a long way to keep Wings sane and operational. However, online, things are a lot less peaceful. Jordy gets a
I refuse to have my husband online with me. I refuse. He is to stay a normie. And as far as y'all know, his name is Mr. Xiley. And that's all y'all will ever know him as, is Mr. Xiley. Ain't no way he's gonna come on stream with me. Hell no. Nope. You might see a hand handing me a Diet Mountain Dew every once in a while. That's about as much as Mr. Xiley you might see. Shit. Hell no.
Series of posts made about him on the subreddit r/IamATotalPOS to further denigrate his image. Though to be fair, this is done exclusively through the employment of things he said while on public streams. As this succession of hardships continued, Wings faced yet another setback when he got
Luna, it just makes sense. It makes sense to do that. Because people will try to harm your partner to get to you. You know? It's ridiculous. I just don't trust people. It's not him, it's people.
Banned by DoorDash, losing one of the last potential sources of conventional livelihood he had, and consequently, causing him to be even more dependent on the stream of income he got from streaming.
True, Space Girl! We know the truth. Mr. Xiley is a tall cat. Very, very, very true. He's a tall cat. It's very true.
However, him no longer being a driver for DoorDash surely didn't prevent a flurry of DoorDash deliveries from being sent to his house relentlessly, which understandably bothered his wife a lot. Around the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, Jordy had his PSN get hacked twice, and the second time this happened, the hackers demanded he join their Discord server and talk to them in order to get it back. Rarely is a lolcow milked so viciously. Jordy obliged and antics ensued, as you can probably imagine. The call with the hackers was eventually joined by Tipster, of all people.
Tipster? What the hell? This video has literally been a fucking I've had nothing but family reunions with these last few videos we've reacted to. Holy shit.
And once again, Keemstar, who seems to be present in all significant moments of Jordy's life for some mysterious reason. Keemstar truly is the angel of death. Another moment happened.
He's not wrong.
Life for some mysterious reason. Keemstar truly is the angel of death. Another moment happened.
That's true. It's true. Eventually, I might get Tipster on for an episode.
Around this time, with Jordy's longtime neighbor giving an interview online purportedly to expose what a truly horrible individual Wings was behind the cameras, as if the stuff in front of the camera wasn't enough to get people to hate him. However, Aaron, the neighbor, eventually apologized and retracted his statements in a very strange stream with Wings. Though he said he was sorry and that he was either lying in the interview or it had been highly edited to make Jordy look bad, many of the claims he made about Jordy were pretty much unexplained. One particularly egregious accusation involved Jordy having done something to his sister, but upon release of the full uncut interview, it turned out all that had taken place was that Wings had made a rude comment about his sister stinking during puberty, which is pretty fitting for a guy as tone deaf as him, but if he was a teenager when he made that comment, I think it's not a big deal. In the middle of 2000...
Yeah, yeah.
In 2022, one of the troll campaigns used Jordy's likeness to claim he was a teacher named Bernie Gores that sacrificed himself to save the lives of kids at the shooting in Uvalde. This one got so big, the New York Times wrote an article covering it. To be honest, as far as troll...
No. No. What the fuck? Yeah, holy shit. That's what I'm saying, Mac. Holy shit.
Goes, this is one of the best examples, as they just falsely make him out to be a hero. Feeling misunderstood and wrongly judged as a bad person over the clip material of him on YouTube, Jordy took to Reddit to clear the air once more. I'm tired of seeing this narrative that I'm the scum of the earth. Did I get upset at people in video games? Yes. Did I say a lot of edgy stuff on a comedy podcast? Yes. Do any of these things make me a terrible human? No. I've never hurt anyone or broken any laws. Every chance I had a chance to help someone, I've usually taken it. There's a reason why most people's grievances with me almost all stem from Call of Duty. I'm a poor sport and super competitive, but it doesn't make you a bad person.
Okay, all right, I'll give him that. I'm a poor sport and super competitive. He's owning up a little bit there, yeah. Eric's. Oh, Onyx. Oh my God, do you know you're the first vote for Onyx? I just want to let you know, Eris, you are the first vote for Onyx. Just saying. Man, y'all better let my favorite name win, okay? And it's not right now. Just saying. Remember, guys, $5 to vote for the name for our little cow, our little buddy here, okay? Look how cute he is. He's cutie. He's best friends with the cow over in Aussie. And the balls cow, little cow, he picks on him and tries to beat him up and shove him in lockers. K-Hug for Damien. Let's go. Damien now has 3. Hell yeah. We need to give this little guy a badass name so he can beat up the balls cow, so he can beat up Buster. Buster's a little shit to him. Okay? I'm letting y'all know now. Buster is a little shit to him. Always getting in trouble. Hey, Mac, I had to pre-pick names because I'd be damned. They weren't going to do the same thing to me they did to y'all. I am so mad that Daisy did not get picked for that cow. I am so mad Daisy did not get picked for that cow. Yes, Buster is a bully. What's winning right now? Ryder is winning right now. Chubbarella would have been better than Astova. Scooter picks Damien. All right. That's 4 for Damien. Scooter, by the way, congratulations. I heard you're on Aussie now. Congratulations. Astova. I cannot believe y'all let them get away with naming it Astova. She doesn't look like an Astova. She looks like a Daisy. Rum for Breakfast asks, do you have separate donos for multiple points? I did 10 yesterday for 2 votes. Wait, was it for Riot? Okay, I'll count it as 2. You know what? You're right. You did do 10. All right, Riot House 2. There we go. I like that name, Riot. I like Axel, too. Scooter, give some memberships. Keeb hates poor people. Muffin, thank you for trying to look out for me. I appreciate it. That was very nice of you. Thank you, Muffin. Yes, and remember, we are trying to reach 150 saved souls so we can do the rise and fall of Boogie. Right now we're at 11. And Boogie said that he will come up on the show with me and we will go over his rise and fall together. Oh, wait, wrong button.
Bad person is someone who consistently attacks people's ability to support themselves while being cheered on by the dregs of society. An army of neets that have convinced themselves that myself is the reason they're not doing anything in life. I helped mold communities and gave many major channels their start. I always wanted to highlight people who had something creative to bring to the community, even if I wasn't good at it myself. The sad reality is I'm a fat man who's a recluse that's trapped in a situation because of taxes and work gaps.
Another 5 on Riot. All right, Riot's up to 3. And yes, it's per every 5. So if you give, I don't know, like say you give a 20, right? That's 4 votes. All right. I didn't explain that part. Thank you, Rum, for reminding me on that. Rum, you're like my assistant manager on this fucking channel. It's amazing. All right. What did he say here? Okay, here we go.
Wanted to highlight people who had something creative to bring to the community, even if I wasn't good at it myself. The sad reality is I'm a fat man who's a recluse that's trapped in a situation because of taxes and work gaps. I spent a lot of time needing to be medicated and wasn't, and now I'm paying the price. I'll say this one more time so hopefully it hits home. If you are 22 years old reading this, you were 10 when I lost a syndicate, and you were 11 when the vast majority of the edgy things I said were said. It's been 8 years since I was a PKA host. I don't think I'm a bad person, and it hurts my feelings to get this narrative.
Unfortunately, shit follows you. Shit follows you, especially on the internet. It will always follow you no matter what. That's sad. That's a really sad, it's a sad fact. It really is. Albert's brain level is the same. Oh my God. Damn, butt slap. That's kind of, that's harsh. I like Albert. Albert's a good kid. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Trojan. It does follow you.
I'll let you guys be the judge of the legitimacy of this post, but I mean, there are some reasonable points made, in my opinion. It's worth noting this post got almost 2,000 upvotes on the PKA subreddit, and as attention on Jordy spiked up again, both positive and negative, fans of PKA began asking Jordy to return to the podcast, but at the time, they had no interest in reconciling with Wings to the point of having him back on as a host. In July of the same year, Jordy reported that his videos were being falsely copyright claimed, and even though YouTube wasn't his main thing anymore, he still occasionally uploaded there, and having someone use copyright strikes to abuse your channel is one of the most annoying things that can happen to you on the platform. If you get 3 copyright strikes, it can actually jeopardize your channel's standing.
Yeah.
Luckily for him, his channel managed to survive. And amidst these difficulties, an idea emerged. One potential path to actual redemption in the public eye.
Oh no, what is it? What is it?
Well, either that or the last straw that would forever seal his fate. With Keemstar's help, he was offered the opportunity by Misfits to fight another widely disliked figure.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the boxing match did indeed help the both of them. I think Boogie gained confidence, and I think Wings gained confidence off of it. I really do. I really, really do. I believe it did help them.
Boogie 2988 for 10 grand each. After trading a few playful insults online, the time came for a fight to take place. From the moment Jordy appeared, he was already visibly more confident than Boogie, as Wings rapped during his walkout into the ring and proceeded to pummel Boogie to a pulp, winning in the first round. As much as there are genuine reasons to dislike him, many people saw this moment as Jordy's redemption, and to be honest, I can't blame them. For a 400-pound depressed and anxious man, this is the closest thing to glory. He celebrated the win by asking for a PKA reunion, and ever since then, no particularly negative event has taken place in Jordy's life besides a kidney stone.
Okay, we have to remember this video is 2 years old. Yeah, this video was done August 24th of 2023. So just remember, because I know people are going like, that's not true. he pushed Kelly on a table. This was made before that. All right. So calm your tits. All right. Shit. Calm them down.
known that he safely passed. And since then, he also managed to get a decent career opportunity. Keemstar has been throwing around the idea of a lol cow podcast for over a year now, but never managing to get the cast together. The pitch was for Wings of Redemption, Boogie2988, and Darkside Phil to be the hosts, with it being a talking point on streams and podcasts for a while now.
We're trying to put together a show, that lol cow podcast that Keemstar pitched, and then Phil's like, oh no, I don't want to work with Keemstar. I don't want a $50,000 paycheck. I don't want to pay off all my debts and taxes. I'd rather be miserable. I'd rather sit in a corner and cry all over myself, you know?
Shortly after his fight, the podcast was officially announced, although DSP was kicked off the roster for not responding to email.
We got Tommy C! Commentary community pushed that so hard. We pushed that so hard. Tommy C, you gotta be Tommy C, gotta be Tommy C. We were like all in the group chat going, Keem, you gotta pick Tommy C. Tommy C's gotta be the one to do it. Hell yeah.
With the show now featuring Wings, Boogie, and Tommy C, it seems like a decent opportunity for them to produce some content, both for old viewers who are rooting for their success, and trolls who would want to clip their podcasts for content to milk and post to Kiwi Farms. And with backing from Keemstar, this is a pretty promising opportunity. Let's hope that Jordy keeps up this short winning streak. I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Good old Turkey Tom with the leave me alone. He used to say worse shit at the end of his videos. Oh, Lord have mercy. So that was the Turkey Tom video on Wings. What if Tommy's definitely not CD-ROM, Seth looks. Definitely not. Definitely not. Oh my God, I gotta blow my nose. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, we're good. But what if? No, Seth, there is no what if. No, there's no what if. Poke Gaga with the 10 gifted. Thank you, Poke Gaga. Thank you. There we go. We're up to 21. I'm actually excited for this Boogie one, because I think the Boogie one's going to be done a little bit more different. Thank you, Lawnmower Man. I appreciate it. You're awesome, Poke. Thank you. Okay, so I know we have... Okay, hold on. I know we have this one by June the King, and then we can... Hold on. Give me a second. Where's the one by June the King? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is.
In the past...
All right. So we can go through this one and pick and choose what we want to watch. Because we're definitely not watching the whole thing, obviously. Yes, much love to you, Poke Gaga. Thank you. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna be straight with y'all. If y'all end up naming this cow Ryder, I'm okay with that, especially the way it's spelled. I think it's super, super cute. I do like the name Ryder. But I have to admit, and I'm going to admit this to y'all, my favorite name on the list is Axel. I love the name Axel. Like, if somehow, mysteriously, my egg started working and I had a child and it was a boy, his name would be Axel. I love the name Axel. It's cool. It's badass. But it's sweet at the same time. Scott to be, welcome to Cash Cow. Thank you very much, Scott. Thank you. Yeah, and you know what? Even though the lead singer of Guns N' Roses was a piece of shit, his name was Axel. What's wrong with La Moo Moo? No, we're not naming my fucking cow La Moo Moo. Although that would be funny if Lacey somehow got a cow and she named it La Moo Moo because she loves those La Boo Boos so much. No, I don't even know who that. I don't know who that wrestler is. I just like the name Axel. Axel, the name Axel has been around for a very long time, so. Seth looks. If you name him Axel, will you have to leave him out in the cold November rain? I would never do that to my baby. Thank you. I think you should name him Pumpkin. No, I can't name him Pumpkin. But Pumpkin's name did get reinvigorated because that's the name that Zay ended up calling her kitten. She ended up naming her kitten Pumpkin. And somebody in the Discord named their kitten Pumpkin. So Pumpkin lives on, you know? Beaver Nugs is like, take him to Paradise City. Damn right. My child deserves to go to Paradise City, goddammit. Here's an idea. Pay to remove votes from a name. You know what? I tell you what. I may do that, Glock Shadows. I may do that towards the end of the week. Because I'm not going to have this go on for more than a week, right? So I may do that towards the end of the week. That's actually a really good idea, Glock Shadows. So maybe towards the end of the week, I'll do that. Coheed said the Reaper gonna have Axel knocking on heaven's door. Y'all are corny as fuck today, and I love it. I love it. I love the corniness. This is amazing. Fuck yeah. All right. Let's scoot over to here. All right. Let's see what we have here. Of course, this is, again, June the King. 396K subscribers. I'm surprised June the King's not up to 1 million. It's weird to me he's not at 1 million. Cameos and worsening impersonations? What? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe that's one to watch. New York Times, 400 pounds. The restream and building tension. Extortion, trolls, and chaos. Troll Civil War. Preaching and Kelly? Question mark? Preaching and impersonations. Wings of Redemption versus Boogie 2988. Oh, that's more about the boxing match. Okay. Let's do the cameos and worsening impersonations. Sally, how do you feel about Wings now? I remember pre-fat camp, y'all were tight. Everybody is happy for him to be back, and I'm happy for everybody being happy that he's back. And I will say this, 100%. No one was ever able to take the place of Wings on LolCow Live. That dynamic it's golden with him on there. It really, 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 like, they tried it with Rastoff, they tried it with CD, they tried it with Batgirl. It just wasn't the same without Wings. It really wasn't. And I think the show is better with Wings, 100%. I will say that. You know. Yeah, he needed to come back. I agree. I agree.
But not under his real name, which is Jordy Jordan. Rather, the fake one trolls developed for him, Bernie Gores, which, if spoken a certain way, sounds like burn, racial slur. Trolls creating fake CNN accounts from different regions tweeted out his death in various places, which got the attention of the real CNN.
The actual CNN never tweeted any of this stuff. Both the quote-unquote CNN Afghanistan account and the quote-unquote CNN Ukraine account are total phonies that are not affiliated with CNN in any way. Both have been suspended by Twitter. So who's that guy in these photos? He is a gaming personality, not actually named Bernie, and very much alive, whose name online trolls like to throw on social media during various international crises.
Fucking diabolical, bro. Diabolical.
These impersonations, because of what they were being attached to, would take a very strange route. But before that, several cameos were produced to prod at Jordy, full of references on what is memed on to be his favorite foods like Wendy's chili or Pepsi. Also in these are the continued accusations that he may be a predator because of constantly recycled clips of him saying inflammatory comments in the past about the age of consent and other similar topics that he has long disavowed and
Okay, that's one thing I didn't say during the Turkey Tom video. Early 2000 to like mid 2010s. Not saying it was right. I'm not saying that it was right. However, people need to honestly understand humor was different then. Humor was a lot different then than what it is now. And it goes in extremes. Where 2019, 2020, we couldn't even say the word retard. We couldn't even say the word. We couldn't even say that word without being called ableist and all this other shit. You know? And it gets overcorrect. So that kind of humor, what Jordy was doing, got overcorrected. And I feel like there is kind of a middle ground now. But still, that humor back then is not looked at the same today. It's like, oof. Ooh. You know? Yeah, it's very much a pendulum. It's very much a pendulum. That's why, honestly, like you see a lot of the old YouTubers getting called out. If you notice in the last couple of years, a lot of the big scandals have been the old YouTubers being called out for shit, right? Because people didn't know it was the Wild West back then. It was the Wild West in 2015. It was the Wild West in 2009. It's not the Wild West anymore. And everything you did back then is coming back to your ass now. Oh, thank you. Yes, I got to update this gifted. Thank you very much. I appreciate you keeping me up on that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Harlequin, you're the best secretary ever. I love it. But yeah, that kind of humor doesn't fly anymore, which I think is fine. I'm okay with that humor not flying now, you know? So, yeah, the difference is that Wings is far more reactive than Kyle. Kyle usually ignores when people bring that up. Yeah. True.
Agreed with. The first of relevance is Chris Hansen, known for his 2000 show To Catch a Predator.
Jordy Jordan. Why does that name sound so suspiciously familiar? Predator-like even. Jordy. Chris Hansen here of Hansen versus Predator.
No, they got him to do a cameo? Really?
To catch a predator and have a seat with Chris Hansen. I'm Jordy. I'm going to need you to have a seat right over there. Look here and listen up. Jordy, now it's...
Yeah, exactly, RG Gamer. Go back and listen to the 2010 troll videos on Modern Warfare from some of the biggest content creators. Yeah, because they were allowed to say it back then. It was part of the gaming culture to talk like that. Now, no. And a lot of... Listen... The culture, society changed. The culture had to change with it, and a lot of apologies had to come out because of it. You know?
Getting personal. You're talking about someone's wife here, and I'm not going to have it. Shay is our actor, along with the Salt Queen. You're caught, Jordy. It's time to face justice. Justice from Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle. I'll be watching and listening. I'll see you soon with new Predator investigations. Don't be in them, Jordy. You can watch or listen to them.
This cameo got back to Jordy, and because of Chris Hansen's former show, it seemed Jordy assumed this to be genuine, even with the knowledge the source was from a cameo, meaning he got paid to make it.
Chris Hansen can investigate me all he wants. I don't do anything.
Wait, what happened?
The trolls paid Chris Hansen like $5 for a cameo, and like they convinced him to do an investigation on me because of the stupid clips.
Oh damn, is he actually doing it though?
Who the fuck knows? Don't really care.
In Hansen's cameo,
No, he's not doing it. It was a fucking cameo. The commentary community had him do cameos too. It was funny.
also mentioned was Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash.
It's time to face justice. Justice from Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle,
who are connected through the WWE and both have cameos directed towards Wings. Kevin Nash's was released alongside Chris Hansen's cameo, where he doesn't appear to be in a normal state, and while reading the script he adds his own commentary about his life and turmoil.
If any of this shit's true, you're a piece of fucking shit. If I wasn't busy with my own fucking turmoil, I'd probably fucking, wish you brain cancer or something fucking mean like that, but I got my own shit going. I would, at the minimum, fucking put a pillow over his face and punch him 15 times.
The final cameo.
Oh, shit! Oh my god! Holy shit!
Came from Kurt Angle, also released around April 2022, where he mentions Conway, South Carolina, the place in which Jordy resides.
Hey, Jordy Jordan, the dictator of Conway. How are you? It's your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. And I want to congratulate you on beating the surgery. And I just want to tell you that me, Kevin Nash, and Chris Hansen are coming. And I know you're a 500-pound slob who says you hate Kevin Nash. And I know you drive a salvage V6 Mustang, and you're lazy. And you're also unemployed at 40 years old, and you eat Wendy's. And you do tax fraud. You're an idiot, my friend. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Jordy reacted to this one on stream, where it seems the novelty was lost.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't like Chris Hansen at all.
Bernie Jordan, the dictator of Conway. How are you? It's your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. And I want to congratulate you on beating the surgery.
Thank you, Kurt.
Tell you that
What came after was more of the same. Wings on May 2nd was again trending on Reddit for one of the controversial clips covered in the previous video.
I did say the age of consent should be 12. You know why I said that? Because growing up in high school, I knew girls that were like 12, 13, 14, fucking on the regular.
The post was titled Fat Neckbeard Thoughts on the Age of Consent, posted on r/justneckbeardthings. With nearly 5,000 upvotes and more than 500 comments, it was...
Bro. This is why some people should not live stream. Jesus Christ. He wasn't thinking that one through. I guarantee you he was not thinking that one through when he said what he said on a fucking live stream. Holy shit. Ugh. Disavow. Holy fuck.
Yet another successful post, but nothing that those aware of Jordy already didn't know. And if these videos are continuously recycled, there will be guaranteed indifference from so much spam. However, the trolls were in luck, because only 2 days later on May 4th...
Wait, Stan3000 said, you just got Wings canceled and now you're sweeping. Stan, he's already talked about this. He's talked about all of this. He's already talked about all of this. And he's explained it. Even I know that. Come on now. Come on now. Let's be smart. Let's work smarter, not harder.
Fourth, Jordy was feeling generous enough to give them a new thing to upload to Reddit. This time under a post titled, Streamer Calls His Wife a 5 in front of her. She is not happy with it. Uploaded on the subreddit r/satcringe.
Why is the standard so high? Because high value is high value. Like me personally, I'm not high value. Like I consider myself like a 4, right? Because I'm unhealthy. I got a cute face. But like I'm like, if you go by my body alone, I'm a 3. But like where I'm at in life, I got my house paid for. I got a pretty good savings account, things like that. I think that knocks me up to a 4. So I'm slightly below average male.
You asked me about my husband, 10. He's a 10. He's a 10. I'm not going to sit here and degrade my husband in front of God knows who and everybody for them to clip me talking shit on my husband. I don't care how mad I am. I could be mad as hell at him. And y'all will not hear me talk shit about him. Hell no. I would never disrespect him like that. Ever. Damn right, Sleepy. Your wife, a 10. She's a 10. Y'all got a partner in your life? As far as the internet is concerned, they a 10. Yeah, we don't go all Anissa on our spouses. That's for damn sure. Damn right, A-Mac. My husband is 1,000. I know that's right. Holy shit, bro.
What would you rate yourself 1 to 10? You said a 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think you're a 3?
Absolutely.
And they're upset that I think you're like a 5, 5.5.
Yeah, you should think I'm a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have unplugged his router. I can tell you now. It wouldn't have been his spurg out that they would have clipped. It would have been my spurg out that they would have clipped. I'm going to tell you what. There would have been some things thrown. There would have been some things thrown into the scene in front of the camera. And then all of a sudden, it would be like a blackout. It would go, pew, gone. Call me a fucking 5, 5.5 in front of your audience. You done lost your goddamn mind disrespecting me like that. Shit. Shit. Oh. Kelly is a better person than I am. And he laughing? And he's laughing about it after she told him I should be as soon. Oh my God. My anger would have took over my body, mind, and soul as soon as I would have heard him giggling. Oh my God. I would have just been encompassed in anger. Whew. Bruh.
Oh. Divorce strain knock. Kelly's cool with it.
The majority of top comments were littered with Jordy's trademark phrases and other things that only those in the know would be aware of. But even those people didn't have access to the fuller context of the clip. Other segments of the clip stream reveals Jordy's scale is quite strange. For context, this is a photo of Amber Heard, and he believes her to be as attractive as his wife.
Amber Heard, if she didn't make tons of fucking money, she would be like a 5 or 6, woman. What would I rate my wife? Kelly's easily a 5.
And this is a photo of Beyonce, who is 60% more attractive than those other two, according to Jordy.
Like, if you put Beyonce at an 8, Amber Heard's easily a 5 or 6.
In the same stream, he makes the attempt of comforting her.
Then she...
Sir, your partner is supposed to be your best friend. Your partner is supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread in your eyes. I don't give a fuck how anybody else looks at them. You know, people can look at your partner and go, damn. Like, okay, people could look at my husband and go, damn, that's an ugly ass man. But you know what? To me, he is the best man in the world. And I got me a good one. And fuck off what you think. Because I know what I got. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. That's how you're supposed to see your partner. That's how you're supposed to see your partner. Your partner is supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread, bruh. Seriously. They supposed to be ace number 1. Ace number 1. That's your ace. That is your best friend in the whole world, and it's you and your partner like Bonnie and Clyde, baby. Taking over the world. Not no 4 shit. Not no 5 shit. Nah, bitch. Oh, Oh, I'm telling you, I would have spurred the fuck out. They would have, you know what? They would have called the police on Jordy, calling the police on me, because they would have think something really bad was about to happen to him. And like, oh God, we're going to have, listen, we've been trolling him this whole time, but we're going to have to save his fucking life because she's going the fuck off. She's going to kill him. They would have called the police to save his fucking life. Had that have been me. Woo. I wish a motherfucker would. Shit. You know what, Stan? If you think Scooter is a 10, then baby, you back your partner up. I know that's right, Stan. I know that's right, Stan. Your Scooter Pooter is a 10. Damn right, Stan. We know you love yourself some Scooter Pooter.
Look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She is so self-conscious.
My fat pics?
Again, you could be 125 pounds and you'll still be like, oh, look how fat I am.
And?
You gotta love yourself a little bit more than that.
Why in the fuck are you having this conversation on a fucking live stream? That is a conversation for just you to... He wouldn't have survived this live stream if this was me. He would not have survived this live stream if this was me. I would have went to jail. Mind taking this vote for Axel, please? Damn right! Axel got another one. Damn right! Axel's at 5. Axel is at 5. Damn right, Lily. Damn right, Lily. Scooter with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Scooter. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You rock, my dude. You rock, dude. Thank you so much. He wouldn't have survived it. He would have got trolled to oblivion on how I would have acted. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you again for the memberships, and thank you again, Lily, for the 5.
That's the point I'm trying to get across. It's like, if you don't love yourself, you're always going to find flaws.
This is for the show that these clips and...
Wait, Scooter and 8, the Scootusi a 10 though. Damn, Poke Gaga. What the fuck? The Scootusi? Poke Gaga, you are diabolical. That's why I love you so much. I love you so much because you are diabolical as fuck, bro. You really are. Muffin came in and said, don't talk about my Scooter like that. Oh, shit. Scooter, wait, does that mean Stan and Muffin are going to fight over Scooter? Dove in with a vote for Ryder. Here we go. All right. We got another vote for Ryder. Holden comes in with a vote for Riot. Oh, shit. Riot's up to 4 now. Oh, shit. Ryder. Damn. Ryder's catching up. Hell yeah. Thank you, Holden. Thank you, Dove. I appreciate it. So is Stan and Muffin going to be fighting over Scooter now? Are we starting a chat love story with Scooter? Are we going to have to make a Scooter fanfic, albeit a very G-rated fanfic about Muffin and Stan and the love story with Scooter? Is that what we're going to have to do? Because I can get graphs and all this stuff, and we can just take a stream and make a fanfic out of it. Shit, I'll take a day off from drama and do some stupid shit like that. Just make a fanfic. I could see it now. Stan 3000, Muffin, and Scooter. A love story. No, I ain't making it R-rated. I ain't doing that nasty shit. We're going to be G, as in they're going to be holding hands, skipping through the fucking lavender field and shit like that, all right? Picnics and stuff. Not going to be doing that nasty shit. Yeah, Harlequin, ask Olivia to write it. Hell no. Imagine the cover of that book, right? Listen, when I do the rise and fall of Scooter, when I get around to Scooter, because I'm going to get around to all the hosts. When I get around to the rise and fall of Scooter, just remind me of this love story and we'll get it done. All right? Remind me of it. Because I'm going to be doing AMAC. I'm going to be doing Angie. I'm going to be doing Billy and Rastoff. I'm going to be doing everybody in the LCU. And we're going to call it the rise and fall, but a lot of it's just going to be a bunch of nice shit. Can you make it a musical? AMAC Squirrel Snack. I love your name. Fucking love your name.
Pinhole view of Geordi through the Blanket Troll's perspectives are unreliable. A dangerous thing when the intent of deception is moved to your audience. But even among the fractured troll communities that have established themselves against Wings, as their audiences...
Wait, I will fight for Scooter as long as he gives Xylee's membership so she can react to these docs. I know that's right, Muffin. Remo, that's Prince Scooter right now. Okay, well, excuse me, Prince Scooter. Remo, do you want to vote on a name since you gave 5? Reply to your super chat with a name that you would want me to put a vote in for, because you gave 5. So I want to give you a chance to put in for a vote. The 50 Shades. Oh, that's what we can call the stream. Oh my God, Hooligan, you're diabolical and I fucking love it. We can call. Oh my God, we can call the stream the 50 Shades of Scooter. Okay, you want Axel? Okay, I'll put it in for Axel. Okay, Axel's put in. Oh my God. Oh, Hooligan, you're a menace to society and I fucking love it. I love it. What's up, King Ranch? Well, I hope you have a good day off since you got rained out. You spelled Reaper wrong, by the way, but I know what you meant, by the way, King Ranch. Okay? I'm not going to read it how you spelled it. Okay, hold on. Make sure you get the vid of Scooter singing I Will Always Love You to Lisi yesterday. Got you. Got you. All right, here we go.
Would find out, dismiss their recruiter tactics to accomplish the goal of removing Wings of Redemption from YouTube. To give an idea behind their intents, we look to this stream also in May, where Wings, despite prior support, again rehashes that he will die obese and has given up on losing weight.
I've failed every type of thing. I've had 2 personal trainers. I've had a boot camp weight loss. I've tried losing weight myself multiple times. I've done Dr. Norman here in Myrtle Beach. I flew to Mexico to have my stomach cut out. I've had people to support me that live with me. Like, I've tried everything to lose weight. I'm not going to lose weight. So let's get over that. Let's move on to the next part of my life.
Still in the same stream, he moves to his YouTube analytics to show his monthly earnings from December of 2021 to when he's streaming in May of...
Why are you showing... Don't show your... Oh my God, no. I mean, if it's an accident, it happens, sure. Okay, whatever. You know, shit happens. But... You know, Keem said it best when it was Keem... When they were on Cafe... And Ken was up there, and they got rid of the leaderboards. Oh, that was the best thing that came out of the Ken shit. Got rid of the leaderboards. Praise Jesus, they got rid of the leaderboards. That was the best thing that happened out of that Ken shit. But when Ken and Billy and Cafe, Tommy and Batgirl were up there, and Keem had said something about the culture, talking about money too much. 100%. It really was infectious. In this universe, it was talking about money too much. And you know what? Honestly, as a viewer, I'm going to be honest. If I see a content creator that I really like and they're constantly talking about money, I'm not giving them money. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to stop watching them. I don't need to know how much you're making on the stream. I don't need to know, you know, you need this, that, and the other, and you know what I'm saying? I don't need to know those things. Yeah, the leaderboards, I could see where it was fun in the beginning, but it became toxic. I knew it was going to become toxic. I knew for a fact it was going to become toxic. Because you got to think, you have 12 shows, and quite simply, at least 6 out of those shows, they're trying to make it, but they're in certain time zones. Maybe the mix between the people aren't right. I mean, there's a lot of things into putting in a show. And you got these people struggling, and they're doing everything that they can do. And I just feel like the leaderboards would make them feel insignificant, would make them feel like shit. Well, if you feel like shit, you're not going to put on a good show. But if you're not worried about it, you can give your best. You know? That's how I felt about the leaderboards. Like, I understood why Keem did it, but that shit backfired.
2022.
This is what I made on my year to date. December made 4. February I had a really good month.
Hooligan said it shows the viewers you only care about the money. Prove to the audience you care about entertaining. The money will come eventually. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. 100%. Shifty said that's one of the reasons pro sports turn me off. Yeah, I get it. I think they play better. Well, as far as basketball goes, because I used to watch college basketball. I think college basketball was a hell of a lot more entertaining than the NBA. I'm going to be honest with you. College basketball was a hell of a lot more entertaining than the NBA. Because they were hungry. They were hungry for it. They're not as hungry in the NBA as they are in college. You know? The leaderboards were often used as a reason to punch down, like the amount of times a smaller show would get success and then use the leaderboard to batter someone up. Yeah, it's just, it creates a toxic environment, I think. Yeah.
Made 8. That was Mario Luigi. Then 27. Made 26 last month.
He reveals that, with averaging his monthly earnings, he is earning just about the median for a full-time employee, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But to many, he doesn't work that much or put enough time to earn those paychecks. It is this, combined with his complaining, anger, and prior statements, that has created such malicious trolls against him, where entertainment is no longer put first. Instead, it is misinformation and harassment, further spurred by Wings' vague statement and acknowledgement of their efficacy, like him saying he actually got some of his trolls arrested.
Yeah, I've already got the United States guys arrested. The TikTok stuff. There's TikTok stuff, and like there was one that got arrested for like the fucking swatting.
These impersonations hit their peak when on May 24th, the day of the Uvalde shooting, was this tweet gaining traction alongside news of it.
Okay, we saw that one in Tom's video. I really want to watch this one though. This one and the boxing one. Do we have time? Yeah, I think we have a little bit of time. We'll see. I want to see this one.
It's well known that Kelly is religious and drives a fair distance to attend her church, something she is passionate about. That's why there is little surprise that there would be footage of her in there at some point.
A lot of people on TikTok recently have been saying, how can you spend your life brainwashed? Honey, I ain't brainwashed. I'm just crazy for Jesus. I'm living for Jesus. And if you don't like it, there is a block button, and maybe you should use it.
I mean, damn, she was preaching. Holy shit. Holy shit. Damn, girl. I mean, she ain't wrong. There is a block button for a reason. Yeah, she was going hard. Holy shit.
This is all very convincing. The church, the voice, the subject of social media, and mention of the block button. That's why the biggest surprise of it all was apparently it wasn't even Kelly.
Oh, that's not Kelly?
Just a doppelganger.
First off, she knows about TikTok. I don't know nothing about no TikTok. The pulpit, way bigger than the pulpit.
Holy shit, I thought that was Kelly. Oh my God, they got me. They got me. What? Did they get me? Bro, I got. Well, listen, whoever it was up there preaching, they weren't wrong. There is a block button. Shit. Okay, hold on. Let's hear her explanation for it.
Surprise of it all was apparently it wasn't even Kelly, just a doppelganger.
First off, she knows about TikTok. I don't know nothing about no TikTok. The pulpit, way bigger than the pulpit at my church. And this dude here, he looks kind of confused. I think he looks confused. Like, what happened to her?
He's like, what the hell's TikTok?
Yeah. First of all, you should be able to tell from the voice. She doesn't have the southerner.
This instance of imitation was accidental, a irregular happening in Wing's life. The next one was more typical when on
Damn! We got. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who did not know about that clip and did not know about that troll, and that is including me, I just want to take the accountability now. I'm sorry, I got. Although I will say I was standing with Preacher Woman there because she was preaching her ass off, and I was like, praise Jesus. You know, we got, ladies and gentlemen. We got.
January 25th, he tweeted that his PlayStation account was hacked once more, but was able to get it back rather swiftly. He even found out how it was taken last year.
So I created 3 security questions that were all super easy. Like, you know, it's like, what's your first car? What's your mother's maiden name? What's your favorite, you know, video game or something like that? They were all super easy. And what ended up happening was they social engineered those questions.
So it was the security questions. Easy.
Stop talking about your real life and make your password shit. Make your passwords answers that don't coincide with the question. It's real easy. It's real easy. That's what you do. Just saying, that's what you do. And then you have a little notebook, literally a piece of paper notebook, and you write them down. Bingo.
To answer, considering how well documented Wings is. This realization came to him in a dream.
In my dream, my subconscious brought back up those security questions. I'm like, the security questions.
For the most recent hacking, it was because they had access to the PlayStation backup codes.
They were still logged in, and they had my backup codes. Because I never logged them out of the account, and I didn't know about the backup codes.
This marks the 3rd time it was taken. This harassment was typical for Wing.
Yeah, Muffin said he was so open back in the day and was around for so long, he forgot the personal questions only he should know were already known by the detractors and fans. Gotcha, Muffin. Gotcha. Yeah, he probably set it up a long time ago and didn't think while talking on live streams and stuff like that. Yep.
What's different now is it isn't a spectacle. There was no conversing with the trolls or having creators console him and thrust him onto Twitter trending. Things resolved themselves fast and nothing was dramatized. As it continued to turn out, this is bad for his career, where the core of it is bombastic failure. The lack of drama was reflecting even more on his metrics.
I have another question. Why do big guys always have little dogs? I'm sorry. I know they ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, but why do big guys always have little dogs? Every time I see a big dude, they have a little dog. What is it with fat dudes and little dogs? Am I dumb? Am I dumb for noticing that shit? Well, Slinky, I don't know if you're fat or not, so I'm not talking about you. If you're fat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called you out if you're fat. I don't know if you're fat. Epic Brady, like, I have a big dog. Because they don't have to walk the little dogs as much. Okay, all right, wait a minute now. That kind of makes sense. I get it. It's just every time I see a fat dude, they have a little dog they're carrying around. Like a little chihuahua. Or like a poodle. Or a shih tzu. Small dogs, shorter walks. Okay. All right. Y'all right. But I'm not crazy. It is a thing, though, right? It does make the dogs look extra small. Shit. Damn little ankle biters. True. Fat guys crack the dog meta. True.
Career, where the core of it is bombastic failure. The lack of drama was reflecting even more on his metrics, and to that, he thinks he may have been shadow banned.
And I think YouTube right now has...
RG Gamer Gamer is getting SJW in our chat. Your chat being stereotypical and racist towards fat people. I see you, RG. I see you. Do I have pets? Yeah, I have 2 cats now. I had 3, but during King Camp, actually the last day we were there, my pumpkin passed away. But I have 2 cats.
Like shadow banned or something right now, because like all of a sudden I start losing subscribers and my streams lose 150 viewers. Like there's something behind the scenes happening. It just didn't happen that way. Something changed.
Not all was bad because news stations were congratulating him on his future birthdays.
A happy birthday and big ups to Richard for his 40th birthday from the Hooligans and Kelly.
And Blake is turning 12.
Wings
Jesus Christ.
at this time was where he was in many other times. Whenever things are not going particularly well, whether he is gaining more weight, he is more depressed than usual, he is unable to stream or something similar.
Oh, like when big dudes are nicknamed Tiny? Yeah. They call them Tiny, or like tall guys, like really tall guys are nicknamed Shorty. Yeah. Yeah, good point. That's a good point. There was this one guy when I used to live at an apartment, right? And there was this dude there that he was like big and muscular. Like when I say big and muscular, right? Like this dude was on like fucking steroids or something, right? And this guy, when he would walk, he was so big, right? I mean, his muscle here was like, right? And when he would walk, his muscles and his arms were so big, he would walk like this, right? That motherfucker had a teacup chihuahua. And he would walk his teacup chihuahua. And it was funny as fuck because the teacup chihuahua, that little motherfucker looked like he was built too, and he would walk bow-legged and walk like this. Like he was a little badass on that leash, and he had a little spike collar and everything, and I was like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. That little teacup chihuahua, he was buff. He was like, he was rowdy, baby. It was so cute. He had a little tiny spike collar. It was hilarious. Yes, that man knew exactly what he was doing. And he was like an all buff guy with, you know how they wear those, those tank tops where it's like a t-shirt that was ripped, where it's like real skinny up here because he's got all the muscles and shit. And he's walking his dog and his dog's walking around like this. Like, I'm a bad bitch. I'll fuck all y'all up. That was funny as hell, bro. They used to crack me the fuck up when I saw them. You know that little dog was the alpha. Absolutely. 100%.
He will be more prone to experimentation, a desperation born from wanting to keep streaming. This time, with low numbers and revenue, Keemstar tweeted about Wings of Redemption and another creator in the same boat, Boogie298, boxing and an upcoming match. In March,
okay, we know about... Oh, yeah. He's going to go deeper into about... We got 8
Wings
minutes.
was scrolling to Twitter and accidentally clicked on his messages. Twitter pops up the most recent conversation, which was with Keemstar. Keemstar linking to an upcoming match, revealing that they would possibly be on the undercard. And here, Keemstar states, guys, I still don't have the contracts yet. They're telling me tomorrow. All week it's been like this, but you both have my word that this is very much real. We are very much really doing this, at pay will be 10k each. The top of the conversation reveals that this is a group chat with the one other user being Boogie. For a split second, when panicking and trying to switch pages as to not leak further information,
Stop going to your Twitter DMs. What are you doing? People will cancel you just if they say, oh, like apparently he was talking to Overt at one point. Look, he was talking to Overt right here. Shout out Overt. Overflow's awesome.
Wings clicks on a different conversation, which is also about the boxing match. This was building up more hype for the potential event, but not enough to truly believe it would happen. Talk of the boxing match was invading his chat. Wings was demonstrating his fighting ability and confidence in a victory. Even with the show he was putting on, view counts were still dropping.
What happens with all the fight from the... There is no hype from the fight. My viewers are lower now than when I wasn't doing the fight.
But that was only making Wings more dedicated. He was even trying to lose weight once more.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. In that Keemstar documentary, when you saw Wings hit that bag outside and the way the house shifted when he hit that fucking bag, I was like, oh, Boogie gonna die. Boogie gonna die in that ring. He had some punch. Wings, look, you could troll Wings all you want. That motherfucker had a punch when he hit that bag in that documentary that Keemstar did. You know? When I remember seeing that, I was like, oh, Boogie. Oh, poor Boogie. Boogie gonna get hurt.
This caused some confidence in Wings. When stepping on scale designed for larger individuals, he was stating that he was 418 pounds.
I weigh 418 right now. Shit, I can prove I weigh 418.
But this
Yeah, he got that corn-fed strength. That's exactly what it is. That's that corn-fed Southern strength right there. Listen, look, in the South, you see a big man, don't automatically think, oh, he's fat, he's sloppy, he lazy, this, that, and the other. Nah, this is a motherfucker who'll pick up a fucking tree trunk. They breed corn-fed motherfuckers down here. I'm gonna tell you right now. Shit. Don't count them out just because they fat. Them some of the strongest motherfuckers you can meet.
scale gave a different number that was a 7-pound difference.
He's lying to me. 418 this morning.
An interesting bit of trivia is those scales designed for larger users need audio to properly deliver information to users, as these users' mass will block the view from the number you would typically see on a normal scale. This training would not go in vain. Keemstar on April 17th tweeted a video of him signing a wall. The camera then pans to Wings sitting on a chair in his streaming room.
I remember
Further
that.
promotional materials were released. One of Keemstar taking a Pepsi in a Wings fridge. But the most important was the signing of the contracts.
There it is!
Even if Boogie were to back out, Wings would still get
It's
those
over.
$10,000. This was going to happen. He was even losing weight as a result of it. No doubt, the fight continued to be the biggest topic of conversation in his streams, where he was showing off his flexibility and the moves he was practicing in training.
Damn, Pepsi Pimp! I know that's right! You see that kick? You see that kick?
Biggest topic of conversation in his streams, where he was showing off his flexibility and the moves he was practicing in training.
Damn, killer! I can't do a kick like that. I'm just saying. I can't do a kick like that. It's like a giant panda. RG, you're an asshole. You are such a fucking asshole. You're over here saying he's like a giant panda. Kung Fu Wingo. Y'all are dickheads. What the fuck is up with my chat, bro? Wait, Glock Shadow says, of course it's strong. That's a 150-pound leg coming at you is gonna pick up speed. True. True, bro. True. Panda pimp, player. He's the panda pimp. Fuck the Pepsi pimp. He's the panda pimp. That's what we calling his ass from now on. He's the panda pimp. Y'all are horrible. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, we'll watch another minute of this, and then we'll get ready to go.
At the beginning of May, the fight was just about 2 weeks away. Wings getting more promotion had varying reaction from onlookers. No reactions more sour than from his trolls, and none creating more noise and more so annoyance than Wingtings. Wingtings was actively trying to get the event cancelled. He was tweeting at YouTube, the organizers, and the arena. Attached were those exhausted clips of Wings saying controversial things that had been used time after time. What happened afterwards was certainly not Wingting's intent. While Wingtings hardly represents all the trolls, his existence does represent the state of the community around Wings. As more and more passive users lost interest in Wings, mostly the hyper-interested remained in this diminishing pool of Wings viewers. Your typical viewer will watch for pure entertainment. And with those people coming back, some with the building hype, these strange methods and cultures mostly working against Wings developed by trolls whose views don't represent the masses, in the end, worked in favor of Wings.
And we know what happened. He went there, did the fight. He won because Boogie, let's be honest, Boogie didn't fucking train for that fight. Boogie did not train for that fight. I forget were you able to actually legally get on the Wings and Boogie's fight, considering it was a pro fight? I forget. Were you able to actually legally get on the Wing? I don't know what you mean by that, Glock. I'm actually confused by how you wrote that. I don't understand your question. Oh, were you actually legally to bet on it? I don't know. That's actually a good question. I don't know. I mean, I would guess so, maybe? Because it was sanctioned, so maybe so? I don't know. I would think so. I don't know. I mean, because I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't even know how to place a bet. I mean, unless it's like between me and a friend. I don't know how to do like the legal bets and shit like that. I have no clue even how to do that shit. So I wouldn't know. Yeah, exactly, Terp. It was a pro fight, so I'd say so. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for all the gifted, and thank you for the donations. We're going to name this cow eventually. All right. And I might actually take Glock Shadow's, I might actually take their submission, and maybe towards the end of the week, we'll take donations to take votes away. Ooh, that'll be interesting. But yeah, it's not going to last no longer than a week. So I will talk to y'all later. Go enjoy Lolcow Nuts, and make sure to go in there and tell Scooter congratulations, all right? Because apparently he's going to be the new host of LOL Cow Aussie. All right, guys, y'all have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world, and go enjoy Lolcow Nuts. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.